Okay, it's your personal vibe creator, Mr. Karim Bitar, and I'm here with superstar artist,
Oh, wow.
Miss International, I'm going to
Oh,
call her.
wow.
Lous and The Yakuza in the building here at the Beat London. What's going on?
Hi.
Hello.
I'm good, and you?
I'm fantastic, to be honest. It's lovely seeing you in London, in this
Yes.
city. It's not your first time, I'm guessing?
Not at all.
Not at all, of course. You're a
At
regular
all.
here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna skip the part about London. We can talk about that later off air. But I will say this, I called you Miss International. So
Yeah.
you were born in DRC.
Yes.
Then you moved to Belgium because of the war.
Yes.
You spent some time in Rwanda. You're
Yes.
working in Paris. You've
Yes.
got American influence as well. You're
Yes.
truly what someone would call a child of the world.
Exactly.
And I'm just wanted to ask, how has this shaped the person you are in front of us today?
Oh, I think entirely. I think that, when you travel a lot, when you grew up, especially growing up, because it's very different from the traveling I'm doing now, which is work traveling. Before I had to adapt to each culture, each language, each ways, and it taught me, I think, to be like very, very open-minded. I think there is no culture that is surprising to me. I will just accept and embrace any culture just because I've been around so many, and it made me, I think, even happier.
Happier?
Yeah.
Can you talk, why happier? I like that though.
It made me happier because I had, I feel incredibly blessed and grateful to have witnessed so many types of human beings. Like, it's a happy feeling for me to know that we exist in so many forms.
Absolutely.
I know certain ideas of hate or feelings of hate will never be created in my body.
In yourself.
Yeah, and that's a good feeling.
Because you're open. And I remember you saying about the symbol, I've seen you in a previous interview say that your arms are up, and that's what
Yes.
the symbol represents.
Exactly.
Because you're open to anything.
Exactly, yeah.
I really like that concept when you said it, and I think you'll fit right in London. We're a very multicultural city.
I know, it's beautiful to see.
And I was speaking to a few of my friends actually this summer. We were talking about holidays and stuff, and we were saying that it's funny that you can travel. You can be so well traveled. Let's say you've been to 50, 60, 70 countries in your life. It's funny how there's corners of the world you're never going to see in your entire life.
Yeah.
No one's ever going to see every single inch and meet every single person in the world.
Exactly.
That always astounds me and gives me a feeling of like, wow,
Yeah.
we're small in this thing. But
Exactly.
I like the approach. You're very open.
Yeah.
But although you're open, I'm gonna try and put you on the spot. If you
Yeah.
had to, between the places that you've been so far,
Yes.
if you had to live somewhere for a prolonged period of time,
Ooh.
where would you choose? And you don't have to answer this. This is me being cheeky.
I mean, my forever dream is that when I turn 50 years old, I want to live in the countryside in Japan, in Hokkaido. So that would be where I want to die.
Really? Whoa. For any
But dying is a part of life, like
absolutely, but
not a dark thing. It's just
I completely agree with that. But what I want to say to any 50-year-olds listening is, don't worry, you're not close.
no, you're not close. Like, no, because you know what I think? I have no idea why, but since I'm a kid,
Yeah.
I believe I'm gonna live at least 100 years.
Yeah.
I have no clue why, but I never thought I would have a short life, or I have the intense, crazy feeling that I will die at 100 years old. So actually, I prepared my life like this when I was very young. I was like, I'm going to give my 50% years
to this,
to the world and the community, humanity, and do my best. And then the 50, I don't want to talk to anybody else. From 50 to 100, I want to isolate and live like a weirdo somewhere. And I picked Hokkaido because it's like so beautiful.
You're very attached to Japanese culture in a sense.
Yes.
Even your stage name, Yakuza, is obviously Japanese mafia.
Yeah.
People have seen the movies and stuff. What motivated this?
I guess it's like anime culture,
like
and manga. Yeah,
I see it in
I
your
don't
videos.
like it. It's a disease I was explaining earlier. It's like a real disease. It's not just liking. It's like another level. It's like I feel like it educated me. Like that that form of literature really educates me, like as a person. Yeah. As much as my parents, which is crazy as a statement to say, but it's been like so much part of my life that it shaped like the way I see friendship, love, and so many things, And when I was young, I did not understand that was like Japanese culture. I thought it was just like, books and animes and, animation, cartoons. And then very soon I learned, like when I was 9 or 10, that, oh my God, that's Japanese. And then I got interested into the whole culture, and it was like mind blowing.
It's very cool, and you say it's surprising that your parents influenced you equally to anime, but is it? Does it matter where you get the knowledge from? Obviously, traditionally, people think knowledge must come down from parents, and it has to be is it?
Exactly.
As long as you're being a good person on the route of
Exactly.
this 100 years, what does it matter?
100% facts.
We're going to leave it as that, as facts. Child of the world. I love that. Listen, I'm going to look into the Japanese countryside. I'll get a house in the town across. Not in your town. I don't want to bother you. You want to be on your own.
Because I don't want to talk to nobody, remember?
But just know that I will be in the town across simultaneously
in case.
on my own as well. Just being not talking to anybody. Just know that. 2020.
Yeah.
Lockdown. Obviously pandemic.
Yeah.
You dropped your debut album.
Yeah.
Which everyone enjoyed. It brought a lot of us through the lockdown, the people who are listening, your biggest fans. I love hearing you singing and rapping also over trap beats.
Yeah.
But you've also got like such an eclectic taste. So obviously when I hear you fast rapping like on Bon Acteur, when you're rapping quite fast and it's a trappy beat, I think it suits you a lot. But you've clearly got a varied and eclectic taste. You've even said in the past your dad was a fan of classical music.
Yes.
Likes Mozart, Beethoven. And I think, break it down for me, which periods of your life when you were younger influences variety?
Oh, wow.
I know, I'm good at this.
Oh my gosh. I think every single day of my life has influenced me, to be honest. I could not pick like one phase that was more important than another because it all influenced me in different ways, you know? Like classical music influenced me in a way that now, for example, like almost every night I sleep with, I don't know if you know the composer Ryuichi Sakamoto.
Yeah.
Or Joey Saishi or Philip Glass. Like I listen to a lot of like modern composers or
they have quite wide orchestral arrangements, these artists, especially Philip Glass. I'm actually classically trained. I used to play the piano, so I know a bit.
Let's go.
About it,
yeah, so I'm like a huge fan of that because of my dad. And it's like I'm very open to so many type of music. Like I listen to hardcore metal, to like reggae music or dancehall music or, you know, Afrobeat. I don't know, like French typical pop music or, you know, I love like every single type of music. And I think it's because of my upbringing and the way my parents were listening to so many different type of things, you know. We'll go from James Brown in the morning to Beethoven, and then at night we'd have some traditional Rwandese music, and then at night again it would be like crazy dance floor with Congolese music, rumba. Like it's been like crazy.
I already liked you before I met you, but I like you even more now because
nice.
I've definitely got that sort of eclectic mix. I don't really understand when people just completely squash a genre. They say, no, I don't listen to this. Like, you haven't heard every track in that genre. There may be one where you hear and you get influenced by it. So going back to what you first said, that you're influenced by every single day, is true because it could be anything.
Exactly.
It could be a drum in one. Let's not do that. it could be a drum in one track which influences you. So
exactly. It happens so many times.
Another fantastic answer. And in March, The Beat London, our radio station, you released Kiss A, obviously the catchy hook. We were singing it off air just now. I was singing it averagely. We'll leave that to you next time. That was a wonderful track. We played it in this month. You dropped the new track Monsters, produced by El Guincho. Am I pronouncing that right?
Guincho.
And of course Mems as well.
Mems. And no, El Guincho, Tio Alm.
Oh, okay.
This one is El Guincho and Tio Alm.
Okay, good correction. Good correction for me. So I watched the video for it. It's a cinematic masterpiece. And we'll be talking about the fashion. We'll be talking about the fashion as well a bit later. But in the opening credits of the video, it says, "Not all monsters
are bad."
You know. Yes. Can you tell me and the listeners why that is?
Well, it was an idea of my director, which is he's British. It's Bronsky. He's amazing. I worked with him on the Jimmy Fallon performance. Yeah. He did also my French award ceremony performance. And because I wanted this video clip to also be a performance, because it's like a never-ending shot. Like I don't know how we say that in.
It's cinema.
Yeah.
It's cinema.
Very humbly. Yeah. And I explained to him the song, which was very interesting, is because from the start, the first time he sent me his treatment, I was like, what? He totally understood like what I meant in the lyrics, but it's French lyrics. But, you know, the translations sometimes are very hard, like to, you know, like for the deep meaning to come across.
Because they have to translate them literally. And sometimes you do lose that deep meaning.
Exactly. And he totally understood like the actual meaning of the song, which is really that title, "Not All Monsters Are Bad." I wish that would have been the title. You know, when he found that, I was like, exactly what I meant. You know, basically the song is really about like living with your trauma and the things that have impacted you. And using the word monsters is really like just a metaphor from when I was young and looking under the bed, and I was just scared of all the monsters. And I really thought that there was like monsters under my bed, you know? And with time, that idea never left my head. It's not like now I think there's no monsters. I just think I live with them. Yeah. You know, and I'm peaceful. while living with them.
And it's not a bad idea to live your life like that, because I think when people stuff these things deep down, suddenly they start appearing in places you didn't want them to appear in.
Mm-hmm.
So I think just it's a part and parcel. You mentioned death is a part of life earlier, but I think bad things happening to you are a part of life as well, and you just take them as a learning experience.
And you have to and it's very hard and very easy to say, but it's like you have to embrace them too, unfortunately, you know. And then once you do, you just understand, like, you know, right now, like in my life, when I speak to someone and I get like sad or angry or like whatever I'm feeling, I know exactly whether it comes from like an actual feeling that I'm feeling right now, or if it's my trauma or the things that I've been through that are actually talking for me right now. You know?
Absolutely. And I just wanted to touch on the fact that you said sometimes you lose the literal translation when you're in French, because majority of your songs are in French.
Yes,
but
for the moment.
For the moment. I was going to ask you that. You've stolen my question. But you obviously speak fluent English.
Yes.
You may be on the way to speaking Japanese. How are we looking on that?
Yes, man. It's been 2 months. It's so hard, but I'm getting there.
You're getting there?
Yeah.
Are we going to see any English or Japanese tracks?
English, most definitely, because you know, I did, before releasing Gore, my first album, I did 7 EPs, and they were all in English.
There was a lot in English, but I think the debut album, you just solely stuck to French.
Yeah, and it was super random. Like, I never thought about it. I was just like, I want to express this, and it came in that language. Because I speak like Kiswahili, I speak Kinyarwanda, I speak Dutch, and I write in all those languages, but it depends on the subject that I want to talk about. Absolutely. I'm more like, I don't know why, when I talk about, for example, spiritual things, I will definitely go to Kiswahili and write about like things that really touch me on a spiritual level. But then it's like, when it's like daily stuff and our life cruelty or things like that, I'll go French. And then if it's like really emotional, I'll go English, you know. I have no idea why, but that's how my brain is like put together with languages, you know. So you might have a Dutch album one day, I do not know, or you know, or Kiswahili, but English is more like, sure, like I really want to have those songs because they already exist.
But I didn't expect that answer, that you would actually switch the language for the topic that you're speaking about.
Yeah,
that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely.
And I also didn't realize you spoke like 7 languages.
I don't speak 7, I speak 5.
Oh, just 5. do you know what 5 languages is?
I know, but it's because my family's like, my dad is from Congo, my mom is from Rwanda, so we speak the 2 languages. And then growing up in Congo, people speak French, and in Rwanda they speak English. You know, so my whole family is like English and French and Kinyarwanda, Kiswahili, and then Dutch, because I was in Belgium school since I was 6 years old. So we have to learn Dutch. It's like forced by the law.
It's one of their languages. I mean, we called you a child of the world earlier. You truly are a child of the world. You've backed that up. And speaking of being a child of the world, you are touring.
I am touring.
And again, I refer back to around 2020 when Gore was out. I remember seeing stuff in interviews where you're like, I want to tour. I want to connect with the fans. Suddenly, you're supporting Alicia Keys in the US, London, and Europe.
Crazy.
You're supporting Coldplay in France. And also the Gorillaz for One Leg in Berlin.
Yeah.
Number one, that speaks to the variety we were speaking about. I mean, Coldplay, Gorillaz, and Alicia Keys. Look at the support you're providing in that. But just talk to me how it feels to be touring with such huge names. Like it's
an incredible honor. I feel like it's not something I feel all the time. The fact to be honored is never something I really feel in life. And I feel like this is one of the moments I feel really honored. You know, like the opportunity that has been given to me right now is immense. It's like I get to introduce myself every day to 20,000 people. Like, that's crazy. Or 10,000 people, you know, or sometimes 75,000 people, because he's playing, like Coldplay are playing in stadiums, you know. So it's like, I have the incredible chance to introduce myself, which is what I want, you know. I want to fight for my music. I want to be like on stage and to you know, grind and do the best that I can do to be like, to connect with people, you know. And it's a very interesting experience. Like, I played in Manchester and Birmingham, the last 2 shows. That's so amazing. Interesting that I'm like, I come on the show and I don't speak for 2 songs. So they're just like, what the fuck? Literally, I see in the eyes like, what is this? Is this French? And then, you know, and then I have to explain kind of like, oh, I live in Belgium, but I'm from Rwanda and Congo, and I sing in French and blah, 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 you know. And then it's like, it's nice, like, and people are receptive. Like, You know, I have like
But of course they are. Of course they're
65 years
receptive.
old people.
Yeah.
Like 65. Like that person was 65. He texted me this morning. It was like, I really enjoy your first act like yesterday in Manchester. It was great.
Can I just comment on the accent there? Can we get another?
Oh
British
wow,
accent?
I'm so sorry.
I really enjoyed your show.
I
Yesterday.
really enjoyed your show. Yes, that's how I picture
But
people.
I can see you make music for all ages. I think it transcends age.
wow, thank you.
No, you know this. Don't let me give you compliments.
No,
you know
it
this
was
already.
beautiful to say. I love
And
that.
we talk about nerves.
Yes.
Were you ever nervous on your first tour day? Like, how were you feeling
Yeah.
before? Do you do anything
Oh.
special to prepare?
No, and maybe I should. Because the nerves is like unbelievable. Like the first show ever, like the first show of this tour.
Yeah.
So I came like so happy. And that's the first time I see my people.
Yeah.
Like I've never saw them.
Never. That was the first time
That was
ever.
my first headline show
Yeah.
in my entire life.
Were you surprised by the demographic, or is the people you thought would be there?
I was very surprised by the demographic.
Really?
Yeah, because it was very a mix of so many things.
Yeah.
And I come on set, and I do just the first song, and I'm so overwhelmed.
Yeah.
The second song starts, I forget the lyrics.
Ah.
Like a complete blank. Like I do not remember my lyrics that I wrote.
And then what happened?
And then I think people think it's a joke because I ask for my assistant in the mic. I'm like, where is Joe? Joe, please, where is Joe? Joe's the guy that is in there. And there's 3 Joes in my team.
Okay.
So all of the three of them are literally in like Spider-Man, like meme, you know, they're like, you, is it me? Is it you? Is it you? Is it, you know? And so I start tearing up like in my eyes because I feel so pressured. I'm like, please, Joe, where are you? And then he comes, he runs, and I'm like, my iPad. I go on the side. And nobody knows that because I deserve an Oscar, okay? I was on stage like, guys, we're starting over again. And in the back, I went and I was looking at Joe like, give me my lyrics. Like I was shaking, and it was like, where are your lyrics? iPad had like 3%.
Oh my.
I saw the first 2 lines, and then I hear in my little ears, my engineer is like, yo, I do not know why, but the program does not want to play the second song, so you have to start the whole show again.
No way.
Thank God it happened on the second song and not like the 5th.
But you could have just, like you said, you could have made it like an artistic thing, like pull up and then just spin it and then
but
go.
not at, like I don't know why I did not have that creative idea you just had. I had the very, let me be honest and tell everyone I do not remember my lyrics right now. And that's what I did. And we started a show.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because now like everybody was posting Lous show take 2 because we started like the whole show again, like nothing happened, and I had fun and I did not forget the lyrics anymore.
But it's easy for me to come up with these creative ideas on my own in the studio with like 2-3 people. It's harder when you got thousands of people looking at you like.
But that was 500 people. It's like the smallest stage.
Even
like,
500,
you know?
that's a lot of people, man.
That's a lot of people still, indeed.
And you never forgot the lyrics since?
Never again. For the 2 shows after that one, I was freaked out. I was like, imagine this happened in a festival because this is my own show.
Yeah.
So people love me. You know? In a festival, you're like, you don't know if they love, like if it happens like tonight, with the like I'll shoot myself.
You will be fine tonight. I promise you. I can assure you. I've even been seeing on social media a few of your performances recently in Paris. You're shutting it down.
Thank you.
You'll be absolutely fine.
I'm
Like we
having so
said,
much fun.
we've got Nana off here who's going to be like in the crowd with like lyrics on like boards and stuff like that. Worst comes to worst, I'll be there as well. I'm going as well tonight.
You going?
So just give me one song.
You are?
Yeah, I'm there.
Oh my God.
I'm there.
The pressure.
No pressure. I'll be smiling at the back of a couple of lyrics. Don't worry about me. And we've spoken about the music, but you said in one interview, this is one of the funniest things I've ever heard you say, because you've already shown that you're such a well-rounded individual. But you said you were designing a building. And I laughed because you said it so nonchalantly, like, I'm just designing a building. But tell us about Louis the architect.
Oh, wow. It's been 2 years and a half. I'm not an architect. I'm a designer, which is a very different job.
Talk me through the difference.
Very different.
Yeah.
Like an architect would actually build the building. Like he would draw the building.
The actual plans.
Yeah, the actual plan. Artwork. Exactly. And I'm doing the artwork, but the artwork is very wide. It's like I'm choosing the shape of a wall. I'm choosing the shape of a roof, of the ground, like which carpet we're using, what color, what radiant, what blah, blah. Like there's so many things. And I do not know what crack got into my head when I said yes to that project when I was 22. Because I had no experience whatsoever. And I thought it was so crazy. I was like, how you serious people are coming to a 22-year-old girl and be like, we are sure you can design a building.
You can do this.
And it's crazy how much they have faith in me, and I would be forever grateful. And then we started this whole ride. and it's a company called Silver Square. That's what they do actually. They just take like random people from like, you could be a DJ. There was like carpet makers. That's all they do. They just do carpets, and they design the whole building. And they have like 10, 15 building in Belgium, and they ask random artists that have nothing to do with designing industry to come and design a place.
But is it going to be in Brussels?
Yeah, and it's actually the first 3 floors are open. There's just the first floor that is not open, and it's crazy. They just installed a mushroom. I'm gonna show you.
Oh, please.
A mushroom. My little mushroom, actually.
I'm
so happy. There's like a path that is like 38 meter long path, and it's made out of mushroom. It's so crazy to do this on the radio because like you guys don't know what he's going to see.
No, but I love this. I didn't think I'd wake up today and hear the sentence "my little mushroom," but I'm so happy this is how my day's going right now. My little mushroom.
But it's crazy. Like it's mind blowing. Like I saw the thing, and I was like, oh my God, it's real. Because, I draw so many things. Yeah. And all of a sudden now it's completely real. Wait. Oh my God, I can't believe it.
There we go.
It's like massive.
My little mushroom. Oh my God. So they've already made like almost like it's like a set. It's like a film set almost.
Yeah, it's like a film set. Yeah. Man, after that, I remember when I drew that, they were like, yo, you're getting the mushroom, but you're not getting anything else, okay? Because that just took like months. Like I went to see every part of the process and everything, and the artists who are making them. Because that's the good part. I just come with my crackhead energy. I'm just like, hey, get mushrooms there. There's a huge bird cage.
Yeah.
That is like the entrance of the building is a massive bird cage. And they were just like, oh, Lord. Jesus. And there was a dragon before, and like they cut me, like they cut a lot of things that I wanted to have, but they're trying to be the mature people.
They cut things, but it sounds like you got a lot of the stuff that you're the dragon, the mushrooms, the this, the that.
I had a lot.
And you're 2 years into the process. When's the end, or when's it?
September or October. They're planning the big opening, but now it's already open. Like, people already work in it. Like
wow.
You can already go and visit it.
You didn't do a little like opening ribbon?
No, we're doing that in like September or October.
Okay, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna plan my holiday to come for the.
I will announce that. Probably sing there too, who knows.
Oh, that would make a lot of sense. Singing in the mushroom.
Yeah.
Come on, man, it makes a lot of sense. And we say designer. I called you an architect. It sounds like you're both. We spoke about the music, fashion.
Yes.
Fashion. You honestly, how many people could pull off that blue dress in the Monsters video? That's number one. Number two, you modeled for French luxury brand Chloé. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yes.
Is it Chloé during the 2020 Paris Fashion Week? You're clearly into your fashion. As we're closing off the interview, tell me what you want to do in that lane. Is there anything you're interested in? You're going to start your own line? Are you just happy being the fashion icon that you are?
Not a fashion icon.
Tell me. Talk me through it.
Right now, I'm the face of Louis Vuitton. And I've been the face of Louis Vuitton for a year and a half.
Which is a fashion icon. So you can't now sit there and be humble. We have to be a little bit like,
I mean, that there's another like part of my life where I feel like so honored. I can't even believe it, because the designer of Louis Vuitton is Nicolas Guesquer.
Yeah.
And Nicolas was like, I think it's so crazy. He does not even realize what kind of opportunity he gave me in life. Like, he does not understand. Like, he was just like, I love your music, I love your vibe. He saw me once on TV, and then on a TV show in Paris where I was performing, and then he was like, you know what, come and make this campaign. So the first time I met him, I'm just doing a campaign, which is already for me such a big deal, because I do not understand that call. I'm like, what do you mean Louis Vuitton is calling me for a campaign? Keep in mind, I released like 2 songs in my life, so
it's mind-blowing.
I'm so confused. I'm like, wow. And at that point, like, everything is such a big surprise. Like, I'm so excited. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm doing an LV campaign, calling my mom, calling my whole family. Like, you guys, you don't even know.
It's happening.
Exactly.
It's happening.
And then he calls me again 2 months after. He's like, oh, yo, can you close the show? And I was like so clueless about like the fashion industry. So I did not understand like closing the show is like such a big thing.
It's the biggest, yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm just like there minding my business. And then January, they're like, would you officially join the family? And that's when the confusion started in me. I was like, what? That
is actually mind-blowing. But you were saying something earlier. I don't think it is the music. Even meeting you today, you've clearly got like a very nice vibe about you, a good energy. So I think people might listen to the tracks and be like, she's sensational as well. And they might say, okay, she's suitable to be a model. But I think you're emanating a nice energy towards people. So
you too. You offered food to my whole team. Like, this never happened. I'm so confused. I swear.
Food?
Yeah.
What other radio stations you been going to? They're tramps. They're tramps, honestly. Let me not name names, but no, come on, man. You come in.
I mean, that's crazy.
This is international
No,
behavior.
because you care. That's what I love. Is that you actually truly care.
Come
you know,
on, but you have to care.
It's beautiful to see that. Because most of the time they just care about the artist, which I think is always weird.
I think
when you care for my team, which is what But I love that.
This is why when we heard the Yakuza is about, you said it's about the team in the background. You said that it was about the people at school who weren't noticed, or the people in life who weren't noticed.
My goodness, this is the best interview I've ever done in my life, because this is the actual right, translate. Like, nobody never says that. People are just like, it's the mafia. I'm like, no, it's not the mafia.
But that's because it's in movies and people hear the Yakuza a lot. And obviously, we're all attracted to being the bad guy.
But the Yakuza, the word Yakuza means something, and that it means losers.
Losers.
Yeah.
I remember.
That's why I picked the word, but people keep telling the mafia thing. So
we've been following you for a while, and I think it would be illogical to not research your interview. So I thank you very much for calling this the best interview ever. How long are you staying in London now?
I'm staying until Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday.
All right, cool. Well, I will be at the Alicia Keys show.
Amazing.
I will be there. You're going to be sensational. I just wanted to thank you for coming in today as well.
Oh, thank you for having me.
You've been fantastic. We'll take a few photos, in the background. Yes. We'll do a few fun things as well.
Let's do that.
Maybe I can be a temporary member of the Yakuza.
You can.
Just for until Wednesday, until you leave.
You can do that. You can do that forever. Everybody who participated in my career, like you playing my songs, is making you part of my history.
Until you're 50.
Until I'm 50, yeah.
Until you're
after
50.
That,
Yakuza's gone. It's just loose.
Yes. No, it won't be even loose. It will be Marie-Pierre Kakoma, like the actual, the actual name.
The government name is back. The government name is back in style. Come on, can you just say that one more time for the people?
Marie-Pierre, that's just my name. And then my last name is Kakoma.
Come on.
Yeah, Marie-Pierre Kakoma.
You heard it here first. So if I'm not mistaken, we've got 26 years left of Lous and The Yakuza, and then we have 50 years of Marie.
Yes. Oh, Marie. So cute.
Oh, Marie, so cute. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's been a pleasure. We had Lous and The Yakuza here on the Beat London 103.6 FM.
Wow.